Hello, thank you for joining my YouTube channel again. And this is a special episode for you because today is my birthday. And I don't know, you might be watching this after my birthday, but I count you lucky because this is a special gift from me to you. And straight away, I want to share 25 things I wish I knew earlier because it's the 25th day of the year 2025. I thought, okay, what are the 25 things I could share with people around the world that could bless them, especially young people like me? And I just can't think anything else but these 25 things. And I believe these things will be very handy for you and will also save you at one point or the other in your life. You can listen to this once, you can replay it, you can share with your friends. And I will also be glad if you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, if you can leave a comment, a feedback, or anything you would like to see on this channel. Or also do well to also give advice on or what you have also experienced and you wish you knew earlier. First, I'll talk about you trusting the process, right? That is the first thing I would like to talk about. Mind you, I'm going to keep this as short as possible and I will not in any way delay you without any reason. So do well to follow me because I would explain bit by bit and I would also move as fast as possible. In my subsequent videos, definitely I can get to talk in depthly about this. Or if you watch my past videos, you'll see some of this played out naturally. First is that you need to trust the process. By trusting process, hi, I'm a Christian, I'm James, I'm a child of God, you are a child of God as well. And I strongly believe in the existence of God and I believe in the supremacy of God. So if I have a plan, if I have a goal, if I have a dream, it is given to me by God. So it's good to have a timeline, but you can't have a timeline when God has his own timeline already outlined for you. And that's why I would say trust the process even when it looks difficult. Trust the process even when it looks like it's not going to happen. So trusting the process is something I wish I knew earlier and that you would be able to see that success does not happen overnight. However, while you go to bed, fulfilling the little tasks each day makes success to look like it's an overnight event. So, secondly, I would say look inward, not outward. Look inward, not outward. More often, I've always been looking, so how do I get the resources for this? How do I get this? How do I get this? Looking outward, feeling insecure, feeling unqualified, um, feeling as if I don't have all it takes for me to win and get the success that God has ascribed to me. I know some of you might find it funny, but I need to let you know that everything that you need to fulfill your life purpose, your life dream is inside of you. So you don't need to look outward. You don't need to look at other people and feel, oh, this person has more gifts, more talents than me. All you need to do is to sit down, find out from people around you honestly, and get to know what they feel about you, what they see in you, because people around you can get to know you much better and also tell you things that you don't even know that you can do. So look inward. Anytime you have a challenge, look inward. Look inward rather than looking outward. Why? Because anything you want, as far as winning is concerned, is from within that you get the victory outside. You get to win in the secret place before you come to the public. And you get to have the things that you desire inwardly first before you have them outward. Yeah. Number three is mindset is everything. Like grow your mindset. Like I mentioned in my book, Crossing Limits, it's my autobiography. And in that book, I shared that your mind is like a garden, right? And as your mind is a garden, you have the control over what grows in that garden. So within a garden, we have the right plants that are there by intention of the planter. And then we have the wrong plants that also come up, and those plants are plants like say wheat, right? And you cannot stop wheat from growing, but you can control it by weeding it away, right? So I would tell you that it is very important that you grow your mindset, that you allow your mind to grow. Don't see yourself as being limited, don't see yourself as being a failure, because if you see yourself that way from your mindset, from that perspective, you will definitely be limited. Another thing is avoid limiting beliefs. Avoid limiting beliefs. This is linked to the goal and the lesson about mindset. There are many times you want to do something, but you limit yourself based on your belief. Your belief did not just happen. Your belief actually accumulates based on past experiences. It accumulates based on where you have been able to grow, your environment. I'm not talking about physical environment alone. I'm talking about environment in no sphere or in any significant situation you can refer to as environment. So do well to avoid limiting thoughts, right? Thoughts like, oh, this is not for me. This is not for people like me. This is not for people of my clan. This is not for people of my ethnicity. That is very wrong. I heard about a story from an elderly woman who mentioned that back in Nigeria, she was very young and then she used to have a dream that she will fly international. And her friends, young folks like her, were just like, oh, see that aeroplane up there. I would like to enter it one day and come outside. She said, no, I will enter and I will go international. That was a dream from somebody without an international passport. So the word itself is a canvas. You have the power. You have been given that authority to paint whatever you want in the canvas of your life. So do well to have positive thoughts. Positive thoughts bring positive things to your life. In times of trials, in times of difficulties, those thoughts steer you up and keep you going when you're supposed to stay stuck and confused in one location. Another thing is focus on now. We just overdream and we overthink about the future. The future is what I want. I want the future. Yes, come on. It's good. You have a great deal, dream, right? But for me as a person, I wish I knew earlier that I could just focus on the miracle of now, the miracle that I have now, that I'm healthy, that I am wealthy, that I am not in a situation where people are actually pitying me, that you are in a life where people can also look up to you and say, thank you for making me to smile. Sometimes in the past few days where I've been doing gratitude journal, I've been journaling, and one of the gratitude that I added to my journal was like, thank God because I made somebody to smile that day before. So each day you thank God for one thing. It might just be thank God for the opportunity that God gave to your friend. And I'm still going to talk about that. Thank God for what God did for another person over what He did for you. Because if you could do it for that person, He would also do it for you. So do well to focus on the miracle of now. If you want to count your miracle, just sit down. Are you in good health? One. Are you able to eat? Two. Do you have the food to eat? Three. Do you have a roof over your head? Four. Do you have shelter to wear? Do you have clothing? Like, do you have clothing to wear? Do you have choice of things you could choose? These are things that you don't count, but these are miracles that you are in the present that you need to really thank God for. Another thing is you need to do it afraid. I'll be like, no, I don't want to do this now. No, I don't have what it takes. So I am afraid. Why? Because I don't want to fail. Do it afraid. Do it anyways. Do it afraid. You might be afraid, but it's good to do it. There are sometimes that I myself want to do something and I'm afraid, but the encouragement, the word from someone that probably said, oh, this is a good idea, go ahead. And I tried my best. That when that becomes successful, I'll be proud of myself. Even the person who said go ahead will be prouder if there's any word like that. Another thing is solve one problem at a time. The whole world has plethora of problems. The world is filled with plethora of challenges, but you can't afford to kill yourself by solving everything. Even the Secretary General of the United Nations cannot solve all the problems around the world, impacting the whole world, using the entire 17 SDG as a way to tackle challenges around the world in order to maintain peace. Therefore, it's good that you focus on one problem. What is that pressing problem that people are having that you have overcome, that you are able to solve within your community? I know most people that will listen to this are young people. They are more like, oh, how do I even start? Start by impacting a life. One person, just one person is very good. Is a good benchmark that you impacted someone's life more than someone who lived all his life living just for himself or herself to succeed. So another thing I would say is be authentic. As much as possible, be authentic. The world is filled with so much unreal and fake people. So if you stay authentic to your journey and you do what is necessary, you don't blow things up beyond proportion, and you let people know that, oh yeah, it's good to be okay, it's good not to feel okay. In some situations, still you remain okay, right? So you shouldn't expect everything to be all rosy. However, in any circumstance you find yourself, be yourself. Be this person here, be this person somewhere else. A crocodile in Asia is also a crocodile in Africa. A crocodile anywhere still should maintain itself as a crocodile. Don't be a tilapia fish in one place and turn out to be another thing in another place. I'm not saying you are a fish. Probably you don't even like fish. I don't know, but fish is good anyways. All right, so wow, this is very, very important. The ninth thing I think I would talk about is manage your time well. That's your greatest asset. Everybody in the world have equal time. The most richest, the most poorest, the middle class, whatever you want to use, everyone has 24 hours. So if you don't manage your time well, it means you are not managing your life well. I'm not abusing you, I'm just stating the fact of life. There are some things as we are young, we probably feel, oh, I have lots of time. Before you know, you are already old. Before you know, you already have kids. Before you know, you're already a grandpa. Before you know, you're already a grandma. Before you know, you have great grandchildren. I know I'm too fast, right? But what I'm saying in essence is try as much as possible as a young person to manage your time. 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 Invest your time in something worthwhile. The tenth thing I would say is, wow, the word I used to the last time was invest in a community. Yeah, it's good. It's worth it. If you invest in a community today and in the next few years, there is going to be a return. Why am I saying this? I foresaw what could come out, but I didn't know what would actually be. So in my life, in the short stay that I've had on this earth, has given the privilege by God, I've been able to realize that growing in community is better than growing in silos. It's better than growing in silence. It's better than growing alone. There is much more that you can achieve within a community than you going the extra mile. The I don't know after extra mile if there's extra mile. What I'm trying to say is within a community, you can get to meet like-minded people, you can get to grow your vision, you can get to achieve more with less. Remember, when you cross your limits, you need to achieve more with less. Don't find an X in a given equation that the person who gave that equation already knows the answer. That is, don't try proving what x is in x plus 2 equals to 5. The person who gave you the question already knows x equals 3. What I'm saying in essence is you can meet people with experience who can see that equation. Just seeing it, they already know what those answer is. In other words, there are people who would see something and they already know the solution to it. So don't ignore them. Get in communities. Wow, another thing is you need to document your journey. No matter what, no matter how small, document your journey. Document your journey. Document your journey. Not for today, but for tomorrow. Document your journey. I wish I knew this earlier, right? I wish I knew this earlier. I got to know about this documenting your journey when I was in my first year in 2019. Yeah, I think, yeah, 2019. But I wish I knew this probably in 2009. 2010. No, that's not possible. But for you who you feel like, oh, you didn't start early and all of that, I just want to use this to encourage you that you can learn from this and you can get ideas from this, and the ideas you get from this can also improve your life in many ways. So the next thing I'll say is celebrate other people's wins. Wow, I love this and I want us to do this more. I wish I knew this earlier. Sit back, put your hands together and clap for others. They will also clap for you. Why? Because when you clap for others, when you celebrate other people's wins, your own win is also coming. What you don't know is that a winner begets a winner. Somebody who wins and you celebrate that person, it shows that you love what the person has achieved or accomplished, and you would love to also get such. Naturally, it happens to you as well. So celebrate others. Another is celebrate yourself. That's the 13th. Number 13, celebrate yourself. Celebrate your wins. Celebrate your wins. Celebrate your wins. Celebrate your wins. I mentioned you should document your journey. Now I said celebrate your wins. When you win, remember to document. When you don't win, also remember to document. It's not only winning that you document. Even when you have lessons that you have learned, you also should document. 14 is avoid unhealthy competition. This will take you nowhere. You won't go further. You won't go extra mile. You even go any mile competing with another. A good scenario I would give is that you can't judge success by comparing with something that is not built for that. Say, for example, you can't put a cheetah inside a river and ask cheetah to outrun a fish. No matter what fish it is, be it jellyfish, catfish, whale, shark, any fish it is, forget how cheetah is. Cheetah will never get to even go any inch because cheetah will just get drowned. Why? Because cheetah is meant for land. When it comes to running on land, cheetah is there. But when it comes to running inside water, give that accolade to fish. So don't compare yourself. That is unwise. That is for the fools. You are not a fool. So don't engage in an unhealthy competition. The dream, the talent, the gift that you have is not the same as what the other person has. Even if you are a twin, you and your twin brother or twin sister do not have the same skill, talent. You have different fingerprints, and those fingerprints are different for a reason. So don't compare yourself. It kills faster than Ebola, even much faster than Corona. So you should rather Embrace healthy competition, looking straight into the mirror and seeing a good version of yourself versus the old version of yourself. Just comparing. You are not where you want to be, but you are not where you used to be. That should be the goal. Not, this my friend has bought a new car. I don't have a car. That should not be your measurement of success because you have different dream and different life designed by the creator. So don't engage in an unhealthy competition. All right. Another thing I will say, this is very funny. And I know you guys will shy away from it. Stay liquid. As much as you can, stay liquid. I wish I knew this earlier. By liquid, I mean you should maintain fluidity. Fluidity, I'm referring to free flow of money. Stay liquid. Have money. By every means legal, start seeing how you can make money as young as you are. Don't leave this table. You might argue any other thing, but this, you can't argue it. Find a way to balance your passion with fluidity. Let there be a flow of money, and let that flow of money help you to fulfill your passion. You have great passion, fine, congratulations, but you can't fulfill yourself. You need money. Get into partnerships, get into situations, get into relationships, get into collaborations, get into deals that will help you fulfill your dreams. You can have big dreams, but you can't fulfill it because of lack of funds. So get liquid, get liquid. Water flows. So remember, there are lots of water that flows into the Garden of Eden. There were four, right? Four rivers flow into the garden. So what that means is have different streams, have background stream of income that you can also call um what's it called? Is either you call it background or I think I remember the other name you can give it. It's more like you can be sleeping and yet you have you have money flowing in. It doesn't just flow every day like that, but there are times when your breaks can come. But like the blessings you are waiting God should bless you with, prepare the rooms. Prepare the rooms. So look for ways, look for your talent, how you can monetize the knowledge you have, how you can put your books on Amazon, how you can put your courses on Udemy, on Coursera. Go and get to know how people do it. Don't give any excuse. As I am right now, I have been working on how to create a course and publish. But what I've been looking at are just the infrastructural tools that I need to bring it together. As a matter of fact, I and my friend joined a community, and in that community, we have 50 courses given to us. With that 50 courses, I have access to people who are seven-figure earners who share their knowledge with me for free. So you could see. So when I say join communities, I know what I'm saying because in communities, you can achieve your dream faster. So in that community, get to learn and grow. So you don't have any excuse and say, it's due to resources I couldn't achieve this. You have no excuse to give. There are times you get a lot of opportunities, but you are limited because you don't have money. Money is very important. Money is good and use it well. Money is not a bad thing to have. The way you use it determines how it is being interpreted. Don't live a flashy life and misuse the funds you have. And don't live a wasted life. Maintain fluidity. Another thing is allow yourself to experiment. Hmm. You want to do something and you feel like this thing will fail, and come back with the lessons. Fail and come back with the lessons. Don't be shy. Don't shy away. I failed last year and that failure really affected me. I'm like, Why should I fail this? I'm like, it has never happened to me before. It occurred to me, it hit me hard. But what did I do? I picked up myself again and I said, you know what? I'm going to do it again. As a winner, you don't get to give up on your dreams. You get to stand up, rise up, and fight back and move forward. So that is another thing I wish I knew earlier. I need to experiment. When you fail, don't see it as a failure, rather see it as a lesson. Another thing is be approachable. That is in 17th out of 25. Wow, we are running very fast, right? I'll try as much as possible to wrap up and just explain bit by bit. But please, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I can go on my news for you. Just try and subscribe. Subscribe. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. And thank you very much for staying up to this. Wow, you've listened to 16 and this is the 17th one. Be approachable. Why do you need to be approachable? You would understand better when I get to the next thing I wish I knew earlier in my life. You need to be approachable because anybody can walk up to you without even knowing who you are, but how you respond to them matters. Yes, because I would tell you, there's something that comes with being approachable. Is that when somebody comes to you, you have a discerning heart and you understand that this person might look like this, but in months and days to come, that can be years, that can be a decade, that can be days, that can be hours after that time. That person might be in a situation that all you need is just that person to say, I know this person. Rather than you closing your eye and praying fervently, oh Lord, send me help. So because you saw that person and you felt like, and the person saw you, I'm like, no, this person. Rather than go to this person, I'll go to this other person. That's how life is. So be approachable. Number 18 is that you should network vertically and horizontally. Network vertically and horizontally. When you are networking, you shouldn't just network with people that are on the top, the senior executive, the C-suites, leaders, and people who are industry experts, policy makers, people who are change makers that are at the forefront. And still you forget people that are on the horizontal line, that is people of your age, who you are growing together, you ignore them because you feel like, no, you are not their mates. You have grown more than that. No, network with people of all levels, vertically and horizontally, and you will appreciate this. 19 is that you need to get yourself a mentor. You don't have a mentor, you don't have a guide, and your life is just going in no direction. You're just going, and you don't know where you are heading. But with a mentor, you can head on a path, seeing a sample that you can follow, and you will see the changes and the impacts that can make even in your life. Wow, this next point, I can stay here for an hour talking about it, but I will try to summarize in 60 seconds. Write it down. This is my pen, and this book are my best points. So if you have a dream and you don't write it down, I'm sorry, most brilliant human being in the earth, you are deceiving yourself. Write it down. I wish I knew this early. The times when ideas will come to my mind, I'll write it down. Months or a year later, the same idea comes in another form with clarity. And when I gain that clarity, I remember what I've written down before. I even tell my friends, I'm like, bro, do you remember that I once mentioned this? And it becomes clear. There's no magic. It's just that when you write down, you can get back to what you have written and measure what you have done over time. So write it down. Another point, that's 21. You have just 5 to go. But before that 5, I must tell you that I really appreciate you. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for listening and thank you for tuning in. Thank you for paying attention to these things. Like, what does this young guy even know? Like 25 things he wish he knew earlier. Yes, I'm sharing it and you are listening. You can decide not to listen to it at all. It doesn't take anything away from you. But thank you so much. But I would also appreciate if you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, The James Popola Show. If you cannot subscribe, you can share with another person. And if you can subscribe, you can do well to leave a comment. What do you like? Which of these lessons do you wish you knew earlier? Which one would you like to share? I also want to learn from your experience. What are those things you wish you knew earlier? Please let me know. Thank you. So number 21, normalize saying no in capital letters. Yes, I wrote it N-O, no, with bold affirmations. Normalize it. Saying no is not a crime and saying no is not bad. So normalize saying no. The next 22 is have fun because you would only live once. Yeah, have fun because you only live once. Have fun, have fun, have fun. Number 23, stay calm in the midst of the storm. Stay calm in the midst of the storm. Stay calm in the midst of the storm. I would like to encourage you that you should stay calm in the midst of the storm. I know how it looks like being in the midst of the storm, but in that calmness, you will see solution to that storm. Another thing is put on the lights or paint a good scenario. I'm turning off this lights now. I'm turning off this lights. Now it's dark. The reason why I turn off this light is not because I want to intentionally. Just imagine that the entire background you are seeing is dark and you can't see me. But when I'm looking for something, the first thing I do is that I'll put on the lights. And the more brighter the light is, the more clearer and faster I'll be able to see what I'm looking for. In the same manner, put on the light. Are you looking for something? Put on the light. You want to grow and you want to become an industry leader, industry expert, you want to be a policy leader, you want to be a change maker, put on the light. What is this light? Knowledge. Search for the unknown. Search for the undiscovered. Search for the secret. Search for the unseen. So you can be seen. That is what I would say. Put on the light. Like someone who is looking for the expensive jewelry would put on light and search everywhere. Put on the light. Put on the light until you have found what you are looking for. Don't stop searching. And what is that searching? That searching comes in form of knowledge, in form of courses, in form of investment in YouTube University, in form of masterclass, boot camp, paid classes, trainings, tutorials. There are times when some people are doing training, I just have to pay, even when I don't have much money. Why? Because I'm investing in my life. You should upgrade and update yourself. Invest in your life while you are young. You might be in your 40s, you might be in your 50s, you might be in your 60s. I don't know what age you are. You can still try. Met an elderly person in March, and me and this woman were talking, and she was telling me she has a degree in cyber security. I'm like, bro, like, what am I doing with my life? Get to invest in searching. The money you used to buy all sort of things you eat now and end in the toilet, end in the restroom, and still repeat. Why not invest it in buying a book? I think books in Nigeria are very cheap. I don't mean you should go to expensive stores. Buy book. Should I tell you one thing? When I buy book from authors and I snap and I send to them, it gives me access to them, and that's free consultation. People don't know. There's this man I've been trying to gain access to. It was very hard. I got 2 copies of his book. In fact, the books were ready. I've not picked them up. But I snapped that I heard that. It showed confirmation. And he was like, so buying books are also part of, like, invest in knowledge. That's the summary of the 24th. And lastly, we have prioritize your health. Prioritize your health. Because your health is your wealth. It's not, it's not just for fun. It's not just to play upon words. Prioritize your health. Take your health seriously. Drink lots of water. I'm not a medical practitioner. I'm not a dietitian. Who am I to advise? But your health is very important. I wish I knew this earlier. I would take my health as though I have nothing else. Because I definitely have nothing else. I have just one body. The time I needed to travel and I broke down, every other thing had to be on a stop. People around me who had to come. Why? Because I have overused my body. I have overused my body. So prioritize your health. It's very, very important. Prioritize it. Thank you so much for watching. And in case you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do right away. And I look forward to your visitation on this YouTube channel. Please do well to subscribe, do well to like, do well to comment, and do well to share with your friends. I hope these 25 things have really blessed your mind, blessed your heart, and blessed you. Trust the process, look inward. Mindset is everything. Grow your mindset, avoid limiting beliefs, avoid limiting thoughts. Focus on now and appreciate the miracle of today. Solve one problem at a time as a change agent. Do it afraid, do it anyways. Just do it. Be authentic, manage your time well because it is your greatest asset. Invest in a community because it yields results. Document your journey no matter what. Celebrate other people's wins. Celebrate their success. Celebrate your wins. Avoid unhealthy competition. Why? Because it is faster than Ebola. Stay liquid. You already understand what that means. Find source of income, increase your source of income. Be innovative. It's free. You can adapt on anything as possible. As far as selling is concerned, and I know the potential it has, I'm able to sell. I don't care. I didn't beg money from you. I only offered you a service in exchange for money. So you should go that way. Market, sell like crazy. Another thing is allow yourself to experiment. Even if you fail, see it as a lesson. Network vertically and horizontally. Networking is very important. Get yourself a mentor and write it down. Normalize saying no in capital letters. Have fun because you only live once. Stay calm in the midst of a storm. Put on the light. Search for the undiscovered. Search for the unseen. Search for the secrets and search for the unknown and go for knowledge. And lastly, prioritize your health. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate. And hi, James Popola. I am your host, and I really love your visitation. And I really hope you would visit this channel again till I cross your way again, till we meet again. Bye for now. Do well to subscribe, and I look forward to meeting you. Thank you.